And then I can think of multiple cases where they have that predisposition. In fact, I think at our upcoming camp, we have a few siblings coming, one younger, one older, but they both manifest.
Yeah.
You know,
I was going to say, I think when families come in, when they come in for session and they're worried about, I'm here for this child, but I may have another one who has it. I like that because you said it earlier, it's like a 2 for 1. If you're going to do strategies for one child, let's try it for the other.
Assuming they're similar.
If they're
right,
similar, yes. Right? And the other part is, separating them out and giving them those opportunities gives you a chance to see their personalities and giving a chance to sort of like pump their own muscles in their own areas.
And I know what there are a few listeners saying, wait, I have twins. Oh, I have twins. They have the same friends. Number one, I raised twins, and I can tell you in general, they didn't have SM, but I'm a big believer that relatively early in schooling, they should be separated.
Have their own identity.
They need to, because too often they become almost like one.
Absolutely.
Especially if they have that predisposition to be that, and one will lean on another, and then it affects. So I'm a big proponent of doing that in a way that makes them feel secure and safe in a transitional way. We don't just throw them into separate situations. Yeah. But I think that's important. So what we're talking about with whether it's a sibling that's a twin or not a twin, it's similar.
Yes.
But I will say twins with SM, we've had numerous twins throughout the years. It can be harder because they have been raised since the time they came out of their womb as basically like they speak the same language sometimes. They're very connected, especially the identical ones.
There are those twin dynamics.
The twin dynamics. And having fraternal twins, they also had their own language. So that twin connection is really strong.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen this in numerous community camps.
Yeah.
We've had twins come, and there can be a slight difference where when one twin is sort of feeling a little more comfortable and ready to make steps and strategies, how if the other one isn't, that twin sometimes may withhold or be hesitant to make progress without their twin.
Training or anything.
Sure.
It can go, it's similar, it's very similar. One's making progress, the other's not. The other that's not pulls them back down, or the one that is feels a little guilty, goes back. I mean, it works, or it could be motivating. Oh, my older sibling is doing this. So that's where working with these individual families is so important, because dynamics, which family dynamics is such a huge part of what we do every single day. I don't know how to treat a child without working with the family, because the family, it's all about implementation and understanding, look, listen, and learn, and figuring that out. It is about understanding the child, the family, and their unique needs. And the parenting styles, all of that goes hand in hand with all of this. And I do challenge anyone that can say, my child can be treated without my involvement, my partner or husband or wife's involvement, or the school's environment. I will tell you, it is not an easy process if you're able to do that.
Absolutely. Like I said, we're a whole child approach, and that includes the family dynamics. All that has to be addressed.
Yeah. We don't know how to treat a symptoms, but we know how to treat a family, understand the whys, how that's contributing, understand that it's stages of social communication and respecting those stages and building that connection and comfort. It's all about that understanding and then developing a unique treatment plan. And I say this because it's not a quick answer, and none of this is a quick answer. And so much a part of this podcast process, at least for me as my initial goal, was how can I get out all these years of experience? And having you here, I'm just so grateful, because so many things that you share is from your years of experience, Jen. But we will be together again in like a week and a half for Communicamp.
Here we go.
Here we go. We love it. It's all day parent education, and we love meeting the families. And every camp is different because so many questions are different.
And this, actually, I love this podcast for that reason. It is almost like Communicamp parent sessions.
It is.
Right? Because you have hundreds of families who come. They all have a different unique presentation of SM for their child. And they're all there to ask questions. And every child is different. Every family is different. And we get to speak about all these different strategies and help that family to say, what is the unique piece for you? It may not apply to the person sitting next to you, but how can we give that person sitting next to you an additional, tidbit that's going to help them to continue to grow? And I love that.
And we say this so often, like whomever our listeners are working with, it really should be a lot of parent education and support, and really tweaking the process. It is about that, and it's about educating parents. It's about educating the schools. It's about understanding the child and their unique needs. And that involves siblings.
Yes, siblings are part of the equation.
They are. They're part of the process. And I just am grateful for this podcast. So thank you, Jen, so much for this opportunity.
Thanks for having me.
I love it. See you next week at camp.